What's going on, pursuers? Welcome to The Pursuit of Calling, the podcast that provides you with the strategies and tools needed to successfully discover and pursue your calling. Whether it's through inspiring stories, thought-provoking interviews, or quick, insightful episodes on personal growth and development, we've got you covered. I'm your host, Thomas Carney. Enjoy the episode. I got 2 weeks, guys. Pursuers, I got 2 weeks left until I leave my full-time job. You know, I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm talking to prospects. I'm not making money yet. This is all the I am statements right now. I've overspent at the grocery store. I'm out of coffee. I've been inconsistent with my physical therapy. And like this intro, I feel like I'm a little scattered. You know, I'm not living the dream yet. And it won't be living the dream in 2 weeks. But this is what's called the transition. It's called the training ground. So what does this transition actually feel like? You know, this transition it's where in transition in life is where you build habits that can truly secure you for that next season. And it's not going to be a perfect ride because life isn't perfect. And that's something I think I need to remember, right? Because I'm a perfectionist by nature. There's a bunch of uncertainty. Right. Like I said, I'm not making any money yet. And it's like, I don't know when I'll start making money. And things are happening though. I'm getting excited because there's a conversation happening. I'm talking with prospects. But now in this season, like I said, I'm bouncing around a little bit, but it's time to tighten up on my disciplines, tighten up on my priorities and the habits I want to instill in myself. I mentioned those things. The thing I mentioned were very specific, even the coffee. We'll get into it. So one of the things I really want to tighten up on this season is I need to tighten financially. I'm going from having a full-time income for 8 years, going from honestly making $75,000 a year to making a heck of a lot less. So I'm trying to figure out how I can tighten my budget so that I can viably, live day to day, but still be treating God's money with respect. I need to lock in what what I'm spending at the grocery store. I overspent this month. I overspent the other day. I almost spent $70 at the grocery store. You might be wondering, why am I talking about the grocery store? It's important, guys. Just hold on. Because I'm out of coffee. Again, I get left field. Hold on. Because I bought coffee, realized I overspent, went back to the grocery store and returned it. And I'm like, okay, I'm really trying to hone in on the disciplines I set out for myself. I've still overspent a bit, and I'm still paying for that. But I was like, okay, let me overspend a little bit less. Spiritually, I know I'm spending more time with God than I used to. But in this season where I'm going to have all the time that was taken up by a full-time job, I'm going to have to do whatever I want. And that's the dangerous part. But I want to be able to put a big portion of that time, or at least I want to put a portion of that time to just pure worship, pure prayer, studying the word, getting to know more about who Jesus was and who he is. And I want to grow spiritually so that other areas of my life thrive. I believe whenever you grow spiritually, the other areas of your life that need to thrive in order for you to pursue your calling well will. And sometimes other areas of your life that don't need to thrive will anyway. Because God's a good God. He doesn't just give us what we need. Sometimes he gives us what we want. And I want to start thriving. I want to start honing in physically. I've been off of my physical therapy schedule. I'm supposed to be doing things every single day, and I've been doing it every other day or sporadically. and right now for my jaw and for my legs, and my legs feel it way more than my jaw. But it's been a struggle, and that's just one area where I'm really wanting to hone in on. Like, and I want to apologize if I'm a little scattered. It's kind of been the theme the last couple of days, so give me some grace. I'm doing my best. And I think the biggest thing that I'm actually, again, a little bit of a shift. The biggest thing I'm trying to like grasp is no longer being a full-time employee and being a full-time entrepreneur, being full-time looking to figure out how I'm actually going to be making money. Like I have an idea. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm pursuing, but and I know what my offer is. I know all the business things, some of the marketing things, but like, man, there's so much opportunity. And it's exciting. Again, I said this before, it's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. It's but my rhythm is changing. My habits have to change. My focus is going to be on something that I've been wanting to focus on for a really long time. And again, like I said in the beginning of the episode, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be what it needs to be. And I'm going to do what I need to do in order to get it, in order to continuously improve my structure and my systems so that I can live the life that I believe I'm being called to live. So one thing I'm doing is to prepare for this season is I'm talking with potential clients. I talked with a guy the other day who was a referral, and I just think that was a lot of fun. And this is less of a teaching episode, more of a how's my life going episode. And I think that's okay. I talked with this guy the other day. We had a good conversation. It wasn't coaching, but like wanted to build a relationship with him because I think a big part of coaching is relationship. It's a relationship business. So I want to be able to build a relationship with the people I want to coach because I want to know who they are. I'm practicing my coaching. That's another thing I'm doing by coaching my sisters, coaching other people in my family, coaching friends, and getting better at what I do, getting better at explaining what coaching is and what it's not. Like it's not therapy. It's not counseling. It's not mentorship. It is a thought-provoking conversation where I ask more questions than give answers. Because in coaching, the client has the answers, or at least it's the client's job to find them if they don't. Which I think is really exciting because my job is just to ask really good questions, to be curious. And that's just who I am by nature, guys. I'm a naturally curious person to a fault. That's why I'm like shiny object syndrome, because I want to know, how things work. I want to know why things work, why things don't work. I want to know, like guys, sometimes I feel like I want to know everything, and that's kind of dangerous sometimes. But I want to know everything about my clients. Everything I possibly know about my clients and the goals they want to achieve, because that is how I'm going to guide them to actually achieve it. And it's crazy, guys, because you know more than you think you do. When it comes to the goals you're aiming to achieve, you know more than you think you do. And it happens every single time I coach somebody. Every single time. Whether it's a small goal, like I want to go to the gym more, or a big goal, like I want to become financially free. The pattern happens every time. Where the person who I'm coaching knows more than they thought they knew, and then they leave the session with an action plan to be able to achieve it, and the stuff that they've already knew. So cool. Okay, but one thing that I'm really honing in on, one thing I'm really like thinking about recently. This last Sunday, a couple days ago, the lead pastor of Amplify Church, Pastor Ed, talked about the story of Jonah. And the whole point of that story is like, if you're going down the wrong path, if God's calling you, you're going the other way. and you're deciding that what you're doing is better than what God's calling you to do, or you're tricking yourself into believing what you're doing is what God is wanting you to do, then God's going to redirect your steps. God's going to redeem that decision, that decision, that sinful decision. And that's exactly what happened to Jonah. I'm not going to go into the whole story right now, but I pray for God to be able to do that in my life. If this is the wrong decision, for him to redirect my steps. Like, God, redirect my steps if this is the wrong decision. If this is the wrong decision, show me, like, cause me to crash and burn and need to go get a job again. Oh man, that hurt to say. But if I'm wrong, that's what should happen. If I'm wrong, God's going to use it. He's going to grow me. He's going to show me what is better than what I think I need to be pursuing. Whew. Guys, I'm going to end it there. That's a lot. It's kind of a jumbled mess of an episode, if I'm being honest. Kind of feels like my brain sometimes. But guys, if you like this episode, thank you for listening, and go ahead and share it out on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever social media platforms you use. Share it with your friends and your family. And guys, I also want to offer you a free coaching session. If you are experiencing a circumstance, if you are experiencing a chronic challenge in your life, chronic health condition, something that is outside of your control, but you know God's calling you higher, He's calling you to more, I want to offer you a free coaching session. It's one-on-one, so that you can get to know me, I can get to know you, and we can start to create an action plan for you to achieve what God is calling you to achieve. All right. Thanks for listening to the episode. Give this episode a 5-star review. Give it a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. And guys, I'll see you next time. Keep pursuing your calling. Do it well. All right. Peace.